Hello everyone, I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm the Nerd on the Street, and this is your Nerd on the Street network update for fall 2016. Alright, it's been a little while, hasn't it, guys? A few days ago I uploaded my laptop unboxing, so I'm actually recording this footage with my phone rather than the laptop, because the webcam on the laptop, not sure if it's actually 1080p, because it was pretty grainy at 1080p. But yeah, I did unbox that laptop, and System76 retweeted that video, so that was cool. That video's gotten very positive response so far, so that's great. So yeah, now I have a laptop, and I've been editing with it. I've actually been doing some other things with it, and it's performing so great. The old laptop that I was using, the loaner one, is back there, and yeah, compared to that one, and even compared to my home computer, this laptop is really an upgrade over my home computer. It's got a newer processor, it's got way newer graphics. So yeah, very happy with the laptop so far. I will be making another video about the laptop. Like I said in that video, I'll be making a first impressions video. So yeah, if you're interested in knowing anything specific about System76 laptops, feel free to leave a comment over on that video or on this video or wherever. As you can see, I'm at college now. This is your network update, so this is where I tell you what's going on in my life, and therefore what's going on with the network, because well, Nerd on the Street is my life. Yeah, I'm at university, and it's been fine so far. Obviously couldn't do a whole lot with that laptop, so I've been just out and about. Marching band or robotics, just like high school. So yeah, not a lot going on there, but I am physically in a different location than I have been in the past, which is a little inconvenient when I'm making videos because I don't have all of the assets on my home computer because I've got my laptop, and I actually didn't even have time to copy all of the things that I really wanted to take with me off of my home computer. So yeah, I've got a lot of files still at home that I don't have here, and obviously all of my equipment, my good camera, my good microphone. Really, the reason I got that stuff was to use it, so next time I go home I think I am going to bring some of that down here. But yeah, I didn't even have time to pack that up last weekend. I was home for one night, and I unboxed the laptop, and then the next day I had to copy as many files as I could and then come right back here to college. So yeah, the physical location being so far away from St. Louis is probably the most inconvenient part of college. While we're talking about location, the Nerd on the Street studio that you guys know and love is gone. As you saw in my mouse unboxing a couple of videos ago, I now have a new room, and that's because the Nerd on the Street studio was in the basement of the house that I lived in, and my old room, that if you go back 2 or 3 years on this channel and look at my videos, they were all in my bedroom, and that was on the second floor of that house. So my family no longer owns that house. I'm not going to go into details about it because I don't think my family would appreciate that, but long story short, the house was falling apart. You probably heard me complaining, if you listen to the Nerd on the Street podcast, you probably heard me complaining about puddles in the basement and holes in the ceiling and the walls and all kinds of stuff, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. There were so many things wrong with that house that you guys don't even know about. There were probably things wrong with that house that I don't even know about. So yeah, my family no longer lives there. Once again, don't think that they would appreciate me talking about it in too much detail, but yeah, long story short, the Nerd on the Street studio that you guys are used to seeing me in, with all the colorful walls and my desk and the ping pong table and the broadcast table and everything down there, yeah, there will no longer be any videos from that studio because my family doesn't even own the house anymore, so I can't go back there. And that's a little bit sad. Perhaps what's more sad is that the house that I'm now living in really is not suited for videos. My room in the house that I'm living in right now is actually smaller than this dorm room. And by the way, you might have noticed in my last video where I signed off from this room, that bed has no sheets on it. So get this, you can go and listen to the Nerd on the Street podcast if you want to hear more about this, but basically I'm so antisocial that I ended up, just by chance, getting a dorm room without another person in it, which I am like so spoiled, because that's, I don't know, it's been super nice. Technically they could send someone else in here at any day, but yeah, as of right now, at least I'm able to record videos without having to like deal with another person in the room, because Adam at the college that he's going to, he does have a roommate now. So yeah, I keep texting him and asking if he wants to do stuff for the gaming channel, and he keeps putting it off and saying, you know, it's not a good time to record in the room right now. So yeah, I'm very, very thankful and lucky for that. At least I've got space here. But yeah, I think it's a little ironic. The dorm room that I'm now residing in is actually bigger and more suited for videos than my room back at home. The room that you guys saw, obviously super cramped. The desk I've got at home, super cramped, doesn't even fit my desktop, doesn't even fit this laptop. I couldn't even fit this entire laptop on that desk that you guys saw. Even when I moved the desktop, the laptop was still hanging off the side of the desk. So yeah, that's actually one nice thing. That's probably the best thing about being at college. The best thing about me going to college right now is that I get a desk that's bigger than the one I have at home now. But yeah, the Nerd on the Street studio is gone. There will be like 1 or 2 more videos after this one if you're looking back chronologically at the upload dates. There will be 1 or 2 more videos that I'm going to release in the coming weeks that were recorded in the Nerd on the Street studio. So in the month or so leading up to me getting this laptop, I had started recording things but just not editing them. Because I was using a computer that was slower than the one I have now. I knew that I would have a faster computer soon, and I also knew that I might not have a whole lot of time to record videos being at college. So yeah, there will be a few videos within the coming weeks. I've got a small backlog actually of some videos that I've recorded but have not edited, and some of those do take place in the Nerd on the Street studio, the old Nerd on the Street studio. So yeah, those will be out within the next couple weeks, and then we're done with that place for good. In addition to releasing the backlog of videos, I'm also releasing the massive backlog of podcasts that we've got. So the past few weeks, that laptop back there that I have been using, Toshiba Satellite that someone loaned me, that thing can barely even play a YouTube video, let alone edit a YouTube video. Like, seriously, I tried to play a YouTube video, and even at 480p, it's still laggy. The audio and video are still out of sync. And if I try to put it to 720p, then it just starts stuttering like crazy. That was absolutely sad to use. But one thing that it could actually do semi-well is I installed Kdenlive, not for video editing, but for audio editing. And I was able to edit all of the podcasts that we've recorded in. So I know a lot of people on the tech channel don't really care about the podcast, but let me explain this real quick because it's kind of confusing and doesn't make a lot of sense, which is my fault because I set it up. So the Nerd on the Street podcast, originally it was just a podcast that we recorded over Mumble. And then we started doing these Friday night live streams. Where me and Adam would live stream from the Nerd on the Street studio, and we would live stream a video, like it would be us on camera, but then we saved the live stream, and then I edited the audio, and then the audio went on to iTunes and was the Nerd on the Street podcast. So every episode of the Nerd on the Street podcast, from that section of the podcast, you hear us introduce ourselves and say, this is the Friday Night Hangout. But really, since you're listening to the audio, you're listening to the podcast, the Nerd on the Street podcast, not the Friday Night Hangout. Me and Adam have talked about that disparity. Adam really doesn't care, so I'm just kind of leaving it because if you want to go and listen to the podcast, you can go and listen to the podcast and find out what it's about. But yeah, the Friday Night Hangout has now ended because me and Adam are no longer living in the same city anymore. So yeah, we are now finished with the Friday Night Hangout, and I have finished editing every single one of those podcasts because I got so far behind. I got like 8 or 9 months behind real time. Like the iTunes versus when we're actually doing the live streams, they were being released to iTunes 9-10 months after we were actually doing the live streams, and we've been doing them for a few years. So yeah, that's good that I finally got all that editing done. So the next couple weeks, I'm basically going to be releasing an episode of the podcast every single day. If I can, find the time to literally just upload the file and post it. You can go to our website, and there's a podcast section on our website if you want to listen to that, or we are on iTunes and Google. Just got called by the Census Bureau. Listen to the podcast if you want to hear about that story. That's the kind of thing I talk about in the podcast. Is this good? Alright, yeah, that's the kind of thing I talk about in the podcast, is, I've been having trouble with the Census Bureau the past couple weeks, so I'm gonna tell that story on the podcast. I completely forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Right, the podcast. That was what I was talking about. So the Friday Night Hangout is done now, and I will be releasing one episode per day for the next few weeks. So if you go and subscribe to us on iTunes or Google Play, or even if you just wait a couple weeks and then they'll all be out and you can binge them all or whatever, although they are pretty long, so you might not want to do that. Me and Adam have recorded the first episode in what's going to be replacing the Friday Night Hangout and what will be the new Nerd on the Street podcast, and it's actually a Minecraft series. So we recorded a video in Minecraft that is going to be uploaded to the gaming channel, but then it's also going to be released on iTunes as a podcast. But on iTunes, I'm going to have to cut all of the Minecraft stuff out of it. So that'll be interesting to edit for me, and you guys can go and, like I said, subscribe to the podcast on whatever device you have, if you want to see how that turns out. But yeah, no more Friday Night Hangout, not for the near future, not for the foreseeable future. We have been having live streams, though, over at our website, nerdonthestreet.com or live.knots.co. Stephanie has been doing quite a bit of streaming, as well as Adam has done a little bit. They do gaming streams over there. Stephanie actually did a stream for Extra Life 2016, and it hasn't happened yet. I will be there when it's happening, but she actually did a stream for Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Weekend. So Extra Life is the charity that benefits the Children's Miracle Network system of hospitals, and our particular Extra Life page benefits the St. Louis Children's Hospital. And Stephanie and her friend Drew, they did a live stream, like I said, for Extra Life's Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, that's themed around tabletop games, even though I think they were doing their stream online. They did a stream, and we received our first donation of the year, an anonymous donation of $50. So that already gets us about a fifth of the way toward our goal, and that's awesome that Extra Life hasn't even started yet, and we already are a fifth of the way toward our goal. That's really great. So if you guys want to learn more about Extra Life and learn more about the stream we are doing if you remember last year, we did a 24-hour live stream last year. We did it from that Nerd on the Street studio, and we raised $230 for Extra Life last year. We are doing Extra Life again this year. We have made that official. Actually, we've made it official amongst ourselves, and I know Stephanie has done an announcement about it, I think, already, at least something on Twitter. But yeah, this might be the first time I'm saying it this year. So yeah, Nerd on the Street will be participating in Extra Life 2016. We will be doing a 25-hour live stream because Extra Life weekend this year, the official game weekend, game day, is on the weekend that daylight saving time ends. So people are going to start at 8 a.m. and then when it gets to when it gets to 1 in the morning, then it'll go back to midnight. So normally Extra Life is a 24-hour event, but this year, because of daylight saving time, it's a 25-hour event. It's not the first time that's happened. Now, this is important. Nerd on the Street will not be participating in Extra Life on official game day. We will be participating a week later. So our stream is not going to be on the official day. Our stream will be on November 12th and 13th. If you just Google when is Extra Life, you're going to get the 5th and 6th as the weekend that Extra Life officially is this year. But Extra Life welcomes streamers all year long, and Nerd on the Street had more availability on the 12th and 13th. So we will be streaming on November 12th, starting at 7:30 a.m. and going until 8:30 a.m. on November 13th. Since everyone doing it on the official game day is going for 25 hours, we're going to go ahead and match that and stream for 25 hours. So yeah, mark your calendars, November 12th and 13th. No matter where you are in the world, no matter how busy you are, 25-hour period, that's over an entire day. You should be able to find at least a couple minutes to come and say hello to us. And of course, if you want to donate to our Extra Life page, you can do that over at extralife.knots.co. All that money goes to the Children's Hospital. I'm not going to go into too much detail about Extra Life in this video because I'll be making a dedicated announcement video for Extra Life as we get closer to that date. It's still over a month away. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Now, we were talking earlier about how the Nerd on the Street studio is no longer in existence, so I'm not exactly sure where we're going to have our Extra Life stream. So, yeah, we'll find something. Either one of us will have it in our basement, or we're looking around and seeing if any public locations in St. Louis will let us stream for 25 hours. So yeah, I'll let you guys know, like I said, as we get closer to the date, more info about that stream. But it doesn't matter to you guys where we're streaming, it just matters to you when we're streaming. So yeah, November 12th and 13th, Extra Life. And the last thing I have to announce today is that Displaced DVDs are finally on sale. Now, we have sent them out to our sponsors in the past, but those were the handmade ones that I was personally laser I wasn't personally moving the laser, but I was personally preparing the DVDs myself, and I was burning them in my own computer and laser etching them with the LightScribe drive in my own computer, and I was sending those out personally. So we've got those more professional looking Displaced DVDs now, and I showed Adam the Season 1 DVD in the RTX announcement from a few months back. When me and Adam made that announcement video about us going to RTX, I did show you guys the new Displaced DVD design, the case design and everything, and the disc art. And I also showed the Displaced DVD design, the new one, on the Nerd on the Street 4-year live stream when I was doing the live stream celebrating 4 years of Nerd on the Street this past summer. So yeah, hopefully you guys have seen those a couple times. If you haven't, like I said, you can go and look at the RTX announcement video that we made a few months back if you want to see that. But yeah, Displaced DVDs for both Season 1 and Season 2 are now on sale. So yeah, Displaced is free to watch because, honestly, we based our storyline on somebody else's storyline. It wouldn't really be fair for us to charge for seeing Displaced itself, but there are commentary tracks. There's one commentary track on Season 1's DVD and 2 commentary tracks on the Season 2 DVD. There's a blooper reel on each DVD. And the Season 1 DVD also has another bonus feature or 2 on there. The Season 2 DVD was really filled up by those commentary tracks, but yeah, they were pretty good. So if you want to not be a sponsor but still buy one of those DVDs, or, you know, whatever, if you want to support us, if you're interested in seeing some behind-the-scenes stuff about, or hearing some behind-the-scenes stuff about Displaced in those commentary tracks and the bloopers, there is now a new section on our website at nerdonthestreet.com. There's a new section if you click on the shop section. So we've got on nerdonthestreet.com home, tech videos, gaming videos, Displaced podcast, forums, and then the last option is live. The second to last option is now shop. So just click on that and there's a new page, and that page contains links to become a Nerd on the Street sponsor, as well as just to buy Displaced DVDs. Like I said, these used to be a Nerd on the Street sponsor exclusive, but now you can just go and you can buy a DVD. Season 1 or Season 2, you can buy the DVDs just on their own, and they will get shipped directly to you. And we do have a company doing those now, so it's not me personally sending every single DVD out, because obviously that's going to be a little harder for me to do here at Rolla. But yeah, that's just about everything I wanted to talk about today. I'm looking at my list here. Keep an eye out for the tech videos coming out in the next couple weeks, because like I said, I do have a little bit of a backlog of ones that I have not edited, so that's some good stuff coming up. And after that, I will just start making videos here. I've got a couple ideas of videos that I can record here. Tech videos, that is. Yeah, podcasts, gaming channel. Keep an eye out for all that stuff. And the next meta video you guys see from me will be the Extra Life announcement video, because like I said, that'll be a separate official video once we get closer to that time. If you have any questions about what we're going to be doing in the next few months, what I'm going to be doing in the next few months, feel free to leave them in the comments, or head on over to our forums at nerdonthestreet.com. In fact, I think we even have an entire section. Yes, we have a section on the forums called Nerd on the Street, where you can ask questions about Nerd on the Street, as well as several other sections for other things. For now, though, that is everything I wanted to talk about, so I will let you guys go. My name is Jacob Kaufman, I'm Nerd on the Street, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.